Welcome back to Rocket Rabbit Commentaries playthrough of Twisted Metal Black. We're going to the downtown business
It
district.
isn't right. A man's head isn't meant to be set on fire, not unless I'm the one holding the blowtorch.
Which I'm sure he has done. He's that crazy. He's that psychotic.
I thought Sweet Tooth's primary method of slaying his victims was machete focused.
I mean, you could be right. I mean, a kill is a kill. He also could just lure innocent children to his ice cream truck and have their way with them. Because he is that goddamn crazy. We've come to learn this about him. Sweet Tooth also is voiced by Mr. J.S. Gilbert, who also does a couple of other voices in the game, because as we will be hearing his narrative voice acting style again, he's a talented voice, that man.
All right, so the gas can, I take it, is an artillery shell.
It's a projectile shell. It can also deal damage to you if you launch it too close to yourself, so you got to be careful. And the function of that is that you can also hit multiple targets with the gas canister. You launch it. Well, it's a two-step. You hit. It's actually L2. Is it L? I think it is L2. One of the L buttons will launch the gas can, and then the second press will detonate it.
You were frozen.
That's a cheat code. See, these guys are cheating. They're not using God Mode cheat, but they use freeze cheat, they use drop mine cheat, they use freeze mine cheat. Kind of dickish. Although, to be honest, I mean,
what makes freeze mine specifically a cheat?
It's because you're using a control sequence that is both hidden in the game and often hit accidentally, because even you will find, and players will attest to this, that they're wondering, why the fuck do I keep dropping freezing mines? Well, it's probably because you hit the cheat code by mistake.
So what would the cheat code for freeze mines actually be then?
It's like forward, left, back, or something. Like it's a three button sequence.
If it's a 3-button sequence, it's not really a cheat code then.
Well, it is, because it's causing something to happen in the game as a result of pressing the button sequence.
Yeah, but that doesn't make it a cheat code. It's technically an additional tool that you have.
But you're not supposed to know about it.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Does dropping a freeze mine cost some of your energy meter?
No. That's what makes it a cheat code, is that it doesn't depend on your inventory. This is an inventory, weapons, machine gun, and ramming vehicles driven game. Not a stupid, oh, I hit the hidden button sequence, so now you lose. Although, I guess the point is that the cheat code is so simple is that, yeah, like I mentioned, players will just hit it by accident, and whether they're aware of it or not, they're making the game a little more dynamic and maybe a little more interesting as a result. I mean, it's kind of innocuous. Mines deal a little damage. Freeze attack is annoying, though.
I mean, freeze is honestly one of the most powerful things that, you can do to disrupt either yourself or your opponents, because it locks you in place for a brief period, meaning that other weapons are just significantly more effective against you. I noticed that Sweet Tooth's machine guns actually seem to have a somewhat limited range. They're effectively a medium-range weapon.
Pretty much, yeah. With Sweet Tooth rockets especially, you have to make sure you have a good target, which is difficult in a game where you're probably hitting a moving target.
And you mentioned that that you actually decided to play this game on easy mode.
I want to play this game on easy mode because of the fucking bosses, dude. I cannot stand the Minion boss fight, as we're going to see later in this part.
Okay.
I mean, after having played through it, I mean, I would definitely go in as an armored vehicle. So you can use the more balanced cars in multiplayer if you have a friend, but for the purposes of just getting the campaign mode done, or if you really want to go through the trials and tribulations of unlocking all the stories and all the cutscenes, which you'll probably get a trophy for in this game. But, yeah, the fucking boss fights basically necessitate heavily armored vehicles because the boss can go screw itself.
Even Mr. Grimm is not good against the bosses?
Oh, Mr. Grimm is fucking terrible against Minion. Oh my goodness, because he's fragile as hell, and his special is basically like the power, the power weapon, which is a straight shot. A lot of weapons in this game are just straight shots. You either hit or miss, and it follows that trajectory until it hits something. And that's how Mr. Grimm attacks. But oh my god, going through that boss is Mr. Grimm.
Axel's been at like negative 2% health for so long. Why don't you go finish him down?
Well, I'm trying. These guys aren't very good at hurting each other, but they love hurting me. There, I just got 2 in a row. Mr. Grimm, you're a mean one. Mr. Grimm, you are a cannibal. You ate all of your friends' brains and you left them on the floor, Mr. Grimm.
Honestly, Mr. Grimm, at least as an AI opponent, doesn't seem to be that much weaker than Sweet Tooth.
You will notice, like, it's the machine gun test that is very telling of how strong your opponent is. All right, Minion, let's do this dance.
Minion Stadium.
Level 4.
No, this Joker won last year's contest, but I'm not afraid. I just need to get past his stupid shield and he's finished.
Which is true. Minion is protected by a force field. You can't touch his health bar until you destroy each of the 4 panels on the north, south, east, west facing sides of his vehicle.
And this is you having forgotten that particular mechanic.
No, this is me finishing this motherfucker without using cheat codes once and for all. Well, let's do this.
Have you already taken down the panels?
No. The panels are still up.
Well, you gotta do that, Mr. Cloud.
I'm trying. I'm not that heavily equipped right now. See how many items are around here? This is fascinating stuff. Damn it, I missed. Game's going to make a jump for you. So that we were not driving cars for nothing. Yeah, so, don't stay too close to Minion while he still has his force field up, because his flamethrower is just atrocious.
Alright, that's Calypso giving us some aid.
Yep.
So where are these panels?
They're on his car. They're the green square. They're the green flashing squares. They take damage every time we hit them on that side.
I've not seen them yet then.
Well, that's probably because of my strategy. See, I don't give 2 shits that Minion is attacking me or that he has health to take down. Do you see them now?
Yeah, but
nice.
What that means is that what you should probably be doing is staying on the second ring in order to get the special weapons to throw at him, because it doesn't look like he can actually reliably get up to the second ring.
He can. He's a little on the his AI is just a little stupid. It can also be brutally unfair at times.
I mean, I'm not seeing him drop any freeze mines.
He doesn't have to. Minion's 3 main weapons are his fireballs, his flamethrower, and his ram. You don't want to get hit by the ram, and you definitely don't want to stay in range of that goddamn flamethrower that just completely chewed my health bar to pieces.
So yeah, this is a mid-range fight for the most part.
Well, you don't want to be in short range. Long range is... Alright, his shield is down. Now we can fucking damage him. Get him, Sweet Tooth.
I noticed that the end of your missile barrage culminates with a pop-up. How effective is that pop-up at disorienting your opponents?
Well, I mean, every missile hit is disorienting in itself. The pop-up you might have observed might have been caused by a different weapon. Maybe an explosive-type fireball. Alright, hard part's over. Now, if we were playing as, say, Crazy 8, I would want to shoot myself through this boss fight.
Now, does each character get a different sequence of bosses to go through?
Nope, it's the same. It's basically the same sequence every time. The game, in order to bring us into the history of this game, this game just turned that, you know, kind of date the recording a little. This game is 20. It's 20 years old. A lot of the storytelling is told through still images, and they even reuse a lot of content. So you could tell, you know, maybe a little like budget considerations, while also, you know, making work with the polish. That yeah, they use the same goddamn sequence for every character in this game.
Turbo pickups.
Oh dear lord. Why does he have to have more health than me right now, Mr. Gurdett? Why?
Because he's a boss and you've barely engaged him in combat.
But he has flamethrower, and I am on my last life.
Where is your life counter?
The life counter is that positive top-facing bar that is currently yellow and just about 30.
No. That's your HP meter. How many? Where is your indicator for how many lives you have?
My life indicator is the odometer ticker number, which is currently showing 0, which is sitting on top of my health bar.
Okay.
So I exhausted 2 lives on this clown, and this boss did take me more than one attempt to Sweet Tooth. But goddammit, if any character in this game can go through any difficulty in the story whatsoever, it's Sweet Tooth. He's that strong. I just gotta get my weapons first.
You were saying that the heavily armored characters would be better for these bosses. So like Warthog and Darkseid.
I don't think even playing as Darkseid would be that fun, because her special unfortunately puts her at unsafe range with Minion.
Well, doesn't she also have a machine gun style medium range weapon like Sweet Tooth's got?
Yes.
So that's what you would do for the first half of the fight until you can disable her Minion's shield. It doesn't look like Minion has the ability to reconstitute his shield once it's down.
Machine guns are nice, especially when you got machine gun upgrade. You're mostly going to be keeping your distance from this guy and praying to Jesus that he does not destroy you with explosives while you're on the home stretch.
But we did manage to destroy the Minion.
Story time.
I was out like the dying heartbeat of a little girl. It was the first time in forever I hadn't felt the burning. And the dreams, boys and girls, those were some wonderful dreams. All my greatest achievements flashed before my eyes. The scale of what I'd done, the sheer volume of people I'd killed, it was breathtaking.
Serial
But
killer.
like all good things, it had to end sometime. When they captured me,
Death
the only
penalty,
thing
a
I
sure
could think
thing.
was, what a waste. All those people I hadn't killed yet. Come the night of my execution, there must have been over 1,000 people gathered outside to watch me fry. I was upset about that. There should have been more. I remember there was this preacher in the observation room. I figured he was just some Bible thumper wanting to save my soul. But as it turned out, the old man had something else in mind.
Brimstone.
Oh, I thought it would be Mr. Grimm. All right.
Started screaming out like the freak he was. He asked God to curse me, to burden me forever with the flames of hell.
And then Sweet Tooth's head caught fire.
It took me less than a minute to kill 3 police officers and get my mask back on. I never used to believe in curses, but it's been 3 months since that night, and the pain gets worse every day. So let me tell you something, boys and girls. I sure as hell believe in curses now.
Huh.
All right, story time's over.
I didn't know that was Brimstone that cursed him. I thought he got cursed by either Calypso or Mr. Grimm.
Well, Calypso would curse Sweet Tooth, for the record, because he fucking Sweet Tooth dethroned Calypso in Twisted Metal 4.